Welcome, everyone, to the College Football Playoff. The entire regular season has built up to this. 12 teams still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And we have a very compelling contest here tonight. Two teams in the committee ranks basically even. The one side gets to enjoy a raucous, rowdy home field advantage. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, LSU Tigers, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the College Football Playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. They stop him right at the 24.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Gain makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from the slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. The quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the traffic and then found him for a nice gain.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. Brought down after a big gain and a first down. Defense, no answer for the option that time.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. Touchdown, LSU. No chance to catch him. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Second down after that previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. The pass is caught. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
What a great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back, looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll hand it off. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The Buckeyes will try to keep this drive moving.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Second and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
Third down and goal. Big play coming up here in the red zone. We go with a direct snap. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. But this one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. Let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Washington. They bring him down, but a solid gain there in 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. The back's got it. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield, Leonard Fournette, and, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Go to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Dump off caught by the running back. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Pitches to the back. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. And tackled there by the defense.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. And here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Now, a 4th down.
Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
This is an absolute boomer of a punt. Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? And the fullback takes a turn running the football. They'll tackle him at the 27.
And that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Caught on the outside. It's Washington. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
At the 33. Good enough for a first down.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. second down after the incompletion. Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made at the 43.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this. It'd be a great complement to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? On third down, it's a handoff. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Defense getting very heavy here, looking to stuff the run. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Ball spotted at the 5 for this 3rd and goal play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he makes the grab. A successful 2-point try, and they bump the lead up even more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Quick throw to his receiver. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. He flips it to the back across the middle. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Second and goal play. Spot the ball at the 9. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. On first down, it's play action. Good throw to the left. Makes the catch downfield. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Ohio State. It was a foot race, and he won it. Extra point try coming now. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. That Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This game has suddenly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Now, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Catch made on the out route. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, a really great job here with the quarterback and the receiver. This is all about timing. Quarterback gets back, no hitch in his delivery, gets the ball out in front of the receiver where he can run away from the defender for a nice completion.
Third down upcoming after that completion. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love it. Offensive line win the battle on the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's second down. And there's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made on the right side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Throws it to the right. And it's complete downfield. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
He's got room looking for the end zone. And he'll get there. Touchdown, LSU. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Pressure is coming. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Second down and long from the 9-yard line. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
He hands it off from the gun. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3. Quarterback operating an empty set. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. He's got it near the end zone. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Here's the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. So some of that first half lead is gone. This game has gotten tighter. There's some urgency now in this possession. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. Looks right for a quick completion. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a 3rd down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. It's a shotgun run call. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there, wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking for the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
Punt team ready to boot it away. Trying to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Perfect aim and good loft on this one. Kick lands out of bounds. They'll spot this down around the 20.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 32, Ohio State 21.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nice grab. It's Selvia.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a 1-possession game.
Here's the handoff. And the ball to the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball. They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down play coming up. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They move the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. That's a design quarterback keeper. Running through the tackle. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
Brings up fourth down.
Coaches made the call, needing to extend this drive. The offense is out there to go for it. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And it's intercepted. The last thing they could afford. Brought down after a short return at the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They fumbled it away last time, and now they're in a big hole. They got to react quickly here. The pocket breaking down. He's moving out of the pocket. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Nice gain, moves the ball to the 47. Another first down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He pulls it in for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught quickly. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
This is why this guy's considered one of the top defensive ends in the entire country. He came in off the edge so quickly there. Look out, because that's exactly what was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on third down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off of that nice play.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got it right near the end zone. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
Second down and goal upcoming. The call is a quarterback sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. The obvious move here is to go for a two-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. Receiver makes the catch. And the two-point try is successful, making this just a 3-point lead. Here's the kickoff tee. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Tigers. Just ran away from the defense. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
29.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Quick throw to the left. And he's got it.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Finds his man.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. Great move in the open field. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling. And looking to throw now on first down. Using his legs on the scramble. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screen play, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking right. This one caught. A change of direction. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now. He'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And now the try here for the extra point. PHC is good and still trail, though. Lined up in regular kickoff formation here. 2 timeouts, final minute. I'm not sure they've done the math here. Surprised they're not going for the onside kick. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Crucial possession here. This game just got tighter. 3-point game, final quarter. What will the play calling philosophy be here? That's a solid game. Moves the ball to the 29.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. They'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback just kneels down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.